Hey guys, Trin here, back with another video showcasing some of the stuff I've been working on lately. So today I wanted to go over a leveling system that I decided to build yesterday. I think it was. I spent probably maybe about an hour or two on it and just put together this little system. So what I'm going to do is go over just a couple of the things that are happening, and then I'll run the simulation or whatever and let you check it out. So here's the UI that I show the information with, and there's current XP. There is the total level XP for the next level, the remaining XP that you need to get to the next level, and then there's a multiplier right here that I use to multiply the XP as you go. And the experience also shows down here to kind of keep track of that. The bar, here's the XP bar. So I have a button here that applies experience, and it applies 2 experience every time I press it, and then it's multiplied by the multiplier, right? And so the multiplier starts at 100%, which is going to be 2, and the multiplier goes up 10% every level. And so I truncate the multiplier. I truncate the XP after I multiply it by the multiplier, which means that the experience that you're going to get for levels 2, 3, and 4 are not going to actually be multiplied by anything more than 100%. So every 5 levels right now, the way that this multiplier works is every 5 levels it'll go up to the next multiplier, which is like 100. It'll be 150%, and then it'll start counting and give you another point of XP. So at levels 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, I think it is, it'll be giving out 3 experience instead of 2, and so on forth and so on, and it keeps doing that, and it keeps gradually increasing. So let's go back to here's my character. This is where I put all the stuff into the character, just because I thought it would be nice and easy to just kind of get it on there and keep track of it in one spot. Later on, I would probably make it a component of that, like an entire component would be the leveling system. So you could build all of it into the component, put it in the component, and then if you wanted to move it to a different character, you could just take the majority of the components that are, or the you could take the component, apply it to a different one, but all the programming and blueprints are all in the component, so it wouldn't matter. Um, and so here's the function that applies experience. I take the experience that you put into it, which is an open value on the outside, and I multiply it, truncate it, and then I do some stuff here with it. And depending on what the state of the level is, if you're leveling up or if you're just getting XP, then you either apply an XP update, which is running some functions, and then passing all the information to the menu, or you actually do a level update and you pass in your extra XP from the top of the level, or you pass in, if it's an even update, if it's an even level update, then you just pass in 0 for your current XP, because that's the next level. You'd be at 0 if you didn't have any left over. And so let's go back to the event graph real quick. I'm going to disconnect this tick right here because I want to be able to use that apply XP button. And so here's the apply XP function. I put the multiplier in here, and I just put the 2. You can put whatever number you wanted in here. So if you wanted that number to change, you could call this function on an enemy when he dies, and you can apply whatever XP you need to apply. It'll go through the multiplier, it'll go through the numbers, and it wouldn't matter. It'll still update the menu, it'll still get the information to it. So you can call this pretty much anywhere you want, at any time, and it'll always do what it's supposed to do. And so yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and run this and apply XP by hand at first, so you guys can kind of see. And then, actually, let's just go ahead and put play. And I'm going to put this in full screen. So here's all the information, right? Here it is. There's the level bar, 0, 50, total 50 experience to get to the next level. And so as I hit apply XP, it will begin to do that. And so as you can see, it's applying 2 experience every click. So there, I hit 50. So now it's this isn't getting updated for some reason. I don't know why. It updated on the next click, as you can see there. So it needs to be updated right at the end there. But I think I forgot when it's an even number. I just forget to push the. I think I forgot to just pass that last information through, because what's funny is it's going to do it again. So that says 60, but this one says 72. So this one knows. I just forgot to pass it into this one. Um, so it's going to keep going and going and going, and then when it reaches level 4 or level, see, we're still getting 2. When it reaches level 5, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2. Oh no, it's 6. Yeah, it's 6. So level 6, and then it goes to 3 experience. So right here we're at 1, and we're going to be at 4, and then 7, 10, 13, 16. So that now we're getting 3 experience. So it is every 5 levels, but it's 6 to 10, 1 to 5 is 2, 6 to 10 is 3, 11 to 15 is going to be 4, and so forth and so on. And so anyway, there's that, right? So we know it works, and now I'm going to go ahead and just reconnect that tick line so that we can just let this thing simulate itself and go through the levels on its own. So I don't have to hit any buttons or anything like that. We can just watch it, calculate the experience as we go, and it will stop if it reaches 100, but it's not going to reach 100 in 30 seconds or so, and that's probably all I'm going to run it for. So we won't see it reach its maximum, but unless if I were to apply higher experience. So let's go ahead and go back and do that one more time now. Let's hit play, and as you can see, it's already going, and it's going to continue to kind of go. It slows down gradually because it's increasing the amount of experience every time, and the multiplier is not enough to make up for it completely. So, you're going to gradually get a slower process. And so as you can see, that system works pretty well. I think after this, I will just run it one more time, and I'll apply more experience so that we can try to get to a higher number faster and see what happens. Because it starts at 50, I'm not going to do more than that. I would probably only want to apply like 20 experience and let that go times the multiplier. So we can see how that'll work. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll try it out. So if you wanted to give the numbers something else, like if you wanted to put a different, actual XP amount in gradually as you leveled up, you could do that as well. You don't even have to use the multiplier. You can just use the experience and let the experience change and be varied based on the levels or the character's difficulty or whatever it is that you wanted to do. So anyway, yeah, so let's try this with more experience. Let's give it 20 experience, and we will do that one more time. So let's do that. Let's click in here and go Alt-P. And there you can see it burns through the levels right at first, and now it's starting to slow down a little bit. We've hit level 30 already within the first like 5 or 6 seconds. And then it's going to continue to go. In fact, it's interesting because even with 20 experience, every tick being multiplied by that multiplier, it's still not going to get to like 60 that fast. I mean, we're giving it that amount 30 times a second or whatever this is, and it's still taking time to get to level 40, level 45. It's a slow going little moving process. And I think that at this rate we would probably get to level 100 in about like say 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know. It starts to really get longer when you get to the higher numbers. See, we're into the total experience of over 100,000 now, but we're not even to 80. We're not even. We're not even to 50 yet, so we're not even halfway to the maximum levels. And it's going to continue to go up 20% every level. So 20% more XP each time you level up. You're going to have to reach to get to the next level. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoy this little showcase. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to write that in the comment box. If you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. And if there's anyone who wants to see a tutorial of this, I can probably make one. I'd like to wait for requests first, um, because it does take time, and I don't always have a lot of time to make videos. But I definitely would be willing to do something like that. And um, I'm always willing to help out and answer questions and stuff like that. So looks like I'm gonna let it hit 50, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish the video. 580% multiplier. And again, it's a rough estimate because it's not going to always affect the multiplier. So there it is. 369,000 experience to reach level 51, and it's moving pretty slow, but we're we're still giving it a lot of experience every tick, but it's just not still not going that crazy fast. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.